Yeah, oh yeah.
Oh yeah, fractal Bitcoin. I'm Chris. Welcome to today's Bitcoin news video. Let's get right to it. This is the current price. Bitcoin right now is $66,347. And you can see today so far we've come up from the mid 64s all the way up to the mid 66,000s, and it looks good. You could see over the past 4 days we've been cruising up, which is good. And yeah, I mean, this is great. And we sort of hopefully we found a local bottom here, like around 60,000, because we bounced off it here, bounced off it here, and bounced off it here. So that's a good sign. But again, we could come down again. This is going to be an 18-month-long bull run. We're going to have ups and downs. We don't know, but we know in general for 18 months, it's going to be going up. That's the bull run. So, all right. This is some big news. In a way, it's big news. The IMF says Bitcoin protects savings for individuals in high inflation countries. Yes. Okay, so the IMF, the International Monetary Fund, is that what I think that's what it stands for. Anyway, it's right. I thought Bitcoin was a scam. It was rat poison. Oh no, the IMF says it protects savings. Okay, good to know. And here's a post. It's actually a thread from Bitcoin Gandalf. He says, why this halving is different. It's a thread, and this is very interesting. It doesn't even take that long to read. I'll link to it below, as I always link to everything below. But yeah, the halving just happened, and he talks about a couple things. Ordinals theory. He talks about ordinals, he has a bunch of interesting insights on ordinals. And then the latest thing is rare sats. Well, then he talks about rare sats, and then he talks a little bit about runes. What is runes? Well, it's a new standard for creating fungible tokens on top of Bitcoin more efficiently than BRC20, which is the ordinals. So anyway, runes are a different thing. But anyway, the point is this halving is a little different because of these things. It's a nice thread. Now, some people, some Bitcoiners, they really hate the ordinals. They really hate the runes and everything. Because by the way, the runes and all this stuff is making the transaction fees on the Bitcoin base layer go way up, like way up. So to get your transaction through over the past week or so has been like, fees are just astronomical, and some people don't like that. But look, people are doing things with the Bitcoin protocol that are allowed for in the protocol. That doesn't make it right. In fact, Matthew Crowder says this is like spam. Ordinals and the runes, it's like spam, like your email spam. So anyone can email you. That's part of the protocol, right? Anyone can send you an email. But we all know there are legitimate email and then spam email. And so this stuff is basically spam, ordinals and runes. So here's Carl responding to your man, Peter Schiff. Carl says, gold is not an inflation hedge because inflation adjusted, it didn't even break its 1980 all-time high yet. Numbers don't lie, but looks like old people aren't good at math. So yeah, look, this is the inflation adjusted gold price. And yeah, apparently in 1980, the blue price here is the adjusted to current prices with inflation and everything. And yeah, we haven't come up there. I was trying to find a Bitcoin chart that shows this. Of course, Bitcoin only started in 2009, but I couldn't find it. So, people will argue that, oh, well, inflation has helped the Bitcoin price go up. Yeah, a little, but still Bitcoin way outperforms gold. It's not even close. It's not even in the same realm of conversation, right? So this is the bad news here, guys. We were talking about this. Biden signs reauthorization of expanded FISA 702 warrantless surveillance program after it passes Senate. Yeah, and so 702 has been reauthorized, not just without any meaningful reforms, but also with dramatic and terrifying expansions of the U.S. government surveillance authority. This is really bad. This is the authoritarian government grabbing a lot more power, and they're going to use it. So this is from the New York Times from yesterday, April 21st. This is, it's an opinion and a guest essay, but the title is Government Surveillance Keeps Us Safe. Can you believe this kind of BS propaganda, clown world propaganda is in mainstream media? Oh yeah, the surveillance state keeps us safe. This is how they take over the country and make it completely authoritarian. This is what they do. They'll pass laws and they say, yeah, surveillance is good, keeps us safe. It's completely ridiculous. So, yeah, and this is why we Bitcoin. By the way, all this stuff, when I mentioned fiat and the government, this is all for context, right? Never forget that, because Bitcoin solves most of these problems. Bitcoin is the solution that solves so many problems. And here's from Oz. This is why we Bitcoin. The banking system explained in under 2 minutes. Let's listen to this legend once again.
It is my opinion that you do not really understand the concept of banking. All the banks are broke. Bank Santander, Deutsche Bank, Royal Bank of Scotland, they're all broke. And why are they broke? It isn't an act of God. It isn't some sort of tsunami. They're broke because we have a system called fractional reserve banking, which means that banks can lend money that they don't actually have. It's a criminal scandal, and it's been going on for too long. To add to that problem, you have moral hazard, a very significant moral hazard from the political sphere. And most of the problem starts in politics and central banks, which are part of the same political system. We have counterfeiting, sometimes called quantitative easing, but counterfeiting by any other name. The artificial printing of money, which if any ordinary person did, they'd go to prison for a very long time. And yet governments and central banks do it all the time. Central banks repress the amount of interest that rates are, so we don't have the real cost of money. And yet we blame the real retail banks for manipulating LIBOR. The sheer effrontery of this is quite astonishing. It's central banks that manipulate interest rates, Commissioner. And plus, underneath all this, we talk loosely, in a rather cavalier fashion, do we not, about deposit guarantees. So when banks go broke through their own incompetence and chicanery, the taxpayer picks up the tab. It's theft from the taxpayer. And until we start sending bankers, and I include central bankers and politicians, to prison for this out.
You know, I don't know why the video stops there. That's terrible. I wanted him to keep going. Yeah, because we need to send all these people to prison. We really do. Did you hear what he just said? This is insane. They print money. They destroy the currency. They blame the smaller banks. They blame you and me. And we end up paying their bill. Why? Well, Bitcoin solves all of this. And because, in my opinion, because Bitcoin is open for trading 24/7, 365, now look at this, breaking news. New York Stock Exchange is considering 24/7 trading. Yeah, I mean, you know, they see Bitcoin being traded all the time, and these regular stock market traders have to wait till Monday morning at whatever time, right? This is interesting. It's an interesting development, right? This shows you how the world's changing significantly. And here is Prolific Joints showing you the Bitcoin marketing team. Here they are. Oh, yeah. These are all the dumb, ridiculous politicians, these evil lizard people who are right in front of your face. They're rubbing it in your face. They're screwing you over and rubbing it in your face. And people are waking up to this, even normies. They see the way the government acts. They're like, yeah, this is completely ridiculous. So this is the Bitcoin marketing team because they're sending people toward Bitcoin. Thank you. And here's the Babylon Bee, which I love. House votes to protect every country not named the United States. What is wrong? We're sending literal billions around the world to almost everybody. There's wars happening overseas, and the U.S. is funding both sides. And yet the United States border is wide open. We're not protecting our own borders. We're not protecting our own citizens, nothing. But we're sending billions abroad. Yeah, it's great. And here's, this is great too. Hey, everyone, we're losing our freedom and slipping into tyranny. See, nobody cares. Yeah, this is from Jurassic Park, and it's true. Where everything is being destroyed in front of our eyes, and most people don't care. They don't care. They don't have time to care, I guess. I don't know. Here's a little bit about mining and Lightning. The Brains Pool Lightning payouts are now available to all users. So now if you're mining with the Brains mining pool, you can get paid in Lightning. And also Ocean is about to implement this too, which I'm looking forward to because I'm mining with Ocean currently. So I look forward to getting some Lightning payouts. Let's go. And here is a podcast episode I wanted to let you know about. The link is below. This is from the Bitcoin Audible podcast, and the title is "What Are Mises's 6 Lessons?" Yeah, because Ludwig von Mises has been in the news lately because of this guy, Renato Moicano. I think he's a UFC fighter. After he won his UFC match, he literally, when they asked him how he felt, like in the ring right after his match, he went on this whole rant about Mises, and he's quote from him: "If you care about your country, read Ludwig von Mises and the 6 Lessons of the Austrian Economic School." So here, Guy Swan with Bitcoin Audible goes through what are the 6 lessons. So definitely check this out. Link is below. This is our website, fractalbitcoin.com. Check out the link at the very top here. Join our locals community. Come over here and join. This is where we hang out. And don't forget, every Friday at 4 p.m. Eastern, we do the Bitcoin panel live stream. Yeah, last Friday's was the 19th. It was awesome. I had some amazing guests. It was really excellent. So that's it for today. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and follow the channel if you're on Rumble. And definitely join our locals community. And I'll see you tomorrow for some more Bitcoin news. All right, see you.